Today, welcome to a new application, that is iBioKaare NEET Tutor. So today we are going to discuss about the uses of this particular application. So first of all, we should type the address, that is tutor.iBioKaare.com. So you go to this particular site, then we go for the login. So when we click login, we go to this particular site. If anybody don't have the account, they will go and register the account. When they register, they have to create an account in this particular site, and after creating an account, after logging in, they will move into this particular account. So what is the benefit of this particular applications? And I think this application will help a lot and will save a maximum time of NEET preparation students. Normally what happens, suppose for example anybody having an instant doubt, so always the teachers or faculty are not available at present. Suppose they're solving a questions, or suppose they're having a doubt from that particular NCERT book. So in that case, this application will help a lot. For example, let's take, suppose we have a doubt of class 11 and we select a chapter, that is biology. So we get all the chapters are coming here and we go for it. Suppose I'm clicking any one of the chapter. Let's talk about cell structure and function. So suppose I'm having a doubt of particular function, that is called as what is the function of mesosomes. For example, if I'm typing what is the function of mesosome for this particular term, and of this particular chapter I'm typing what is the function of mesosomes, and I ask the doubt. So suddenly the tutor will start extracting that particular part, mesosomes functions, from the specified NCERT book only, not from any outside source. So this is the major benefit of this particular site. They will suddenly move and they will suddenly go and extract everything from the NCERT point by point. The function of mesosome is what? This is the cell wall formation. They aid in DNA replication, distribution to the daughter cells. They also helps in respiration. They involved in secretion of enzymatic process, and these are enfoldings that do helps in containing enzymes. So this is what the measure files make you know why it is highly benefit. And some are saying that, sir, we are having ChatGPT, we are having Gemini, we are having Perplexity, we are having Claude, etc., etc. Then what is the benefit? Because we are dealing with NEET exam and they are purely NCERT, and NEET exam always extract from the NCERT book. So we need NCERT. We don't need extensive studies because we don't have lot of time. And then what happens? Suppose the student wants to know about some question, want to practice question, then they will go for this particular. They generate 5 NEET MCQs. So on this particular mesosomes, only this particular what the benefit is that from this particular term mesosomes, you will get 5 different types of MCQs. So whatever word you use, you will get that particular term of word, you will get the question practice. Listen, you got this breaking membrane contain mesosomes, got it. So this is how only that particular word you will get the mesosomes getting it. And for example, suppose any of you, suppose I'm clicking this. If you are wrong, for example, you are wrong, you want to know the answer, explain now. So suddenly you instantly will clear your doubt, and this particular term mesosomes, from this particular term mesosomes, you will get everything. Got it? That particular term, and here you got the doubt. Why it is so and so, why it is so and so, why it is so. These are the critical thinking ribosomes. For example, chromatophores. Yes, chromatophores is not involved in mesosomes, and here this in prokaryotic structure, the cell wall synthesis is mostly done by mesosomes. Suppose I am doing this chromatophores, again wrong. What is the answer? You will get the answer here. And here, what is the function of primary function mesosome? Only mesosome, particular term, you will get ample amount of questions. You got the, suddenly you get the explanation. And for example, suppose this is the right answer, a correct answer. For example, we are going which one this? Any of the correct answer you can click, will get the correct answer as usual. For example, so you have different varieties of questions. You have assessment reasoning type, statement type question, match the following type, everything will have. For example, this particular term mesosomes, you are getting ample amount of questions. Got it? Suppose for a student you tell that I want to go for that particular structure, that is called as, we want a mock test of particular cell, that is called as cell structure and function. Yes, they go for mock test. Simply click it, and suddenly you will get 50 mock tests where you can practice that particular chapter. This is called chapter and test, chapter mock test. So now the 50 questions are generated and here the time is going on. You will have a timer, and simply you will get 50 type of questions. Simply as usual, you go for it and you just start giving the exam. Simply, suppose any of the answer is wrong, you can go for it and get the explanation as usual. So after that, for example, we are haphazardly doing it. Let's see what is happening. Got it. So with varieties of question, you'll get to match the following question. You will get assessment type of question of that particular chapter. You will get statement of purely these are of NCERT based. Purely NCERT based chapter you will get, and variety you will suddenly also you will get the explanation why it is a purely from NCERT book, purely from NCERT, purely NCERT concept. So as usual, we will pass through these 550 questions, and after giving the exam, for example, after you finish the exam, you just want to know the chapter. Yes. So how many chapter right, how many question right, how many wrongs, unattended, and the percentage. So this is how instantly a student will get benefited from this particular applications. So this is, for example, I'm talking about, let's say I'm talking about that is about physics, biology. Let's talk about physics. For suppose for physics, let's take this one. Suppose I'll take what is acceleration. For example, what is acceleration? And I'll ask the questions that what is acceleration. Simply from NCERT, from this NCERT explanation, it will give what is the meaning of accelerations. Got it? Suppose I'll go for chemistry and I'll ask any of the question that what is Dalton's law? What is Dalton's law? For example, what is Dalton's law? For example. So from the NCERT, it will pick from the NCERT and give the answers. From the NCERT, suddenly from the NCERT, purely from the NCERT. Let's check what's the difference. Is it right or wrong? So initially we talked about that is called as mesosomes, and we got, and this is about from the Dalton's law theory concept. Let's see, is it true or wrong? So first I'll see, we are talking about mesosomes, that here you see what happens. Now normally this is about the mesosomes. From this particular, why? It helps in the cell wall formation, it walls, DNA replication, distribution of daughter cells. They also helps in respiration, secretion, increase of up to this much. So this is purely NCERT. So it will help a student. Similarly, for example, when we go for chemistry, from this particular big paragraph, it gives the answer. And for example, if we go for that is acceleration, from this particular paragraph, it will extract the answers. For example, if somebody tells that why we'll use this application, why not use any AI bot? So let's see what is the difference between this bot and this applications, and why we'll waste money, waste time here using application. Let's see. So they will tell that why we don't use that particular application. Let's see. Suppose we are using any of the AI. So in this particular AI, what we find about what is the term of mesosome. Let's see. So when we ask what is the function of mesosomes, what are the function of mesosome? So from the particular AI, we'll get the ample amount of answers. We'll get the extensive answer. We'll get total extensive answer of 2 to 3 pages, role of DNA, in details. In details, we'll get. This is the main difference of using any AI bot and using this application, because it suddenly, quickly help and save time, and directly from the NCERT book, and it focus the NCERT book and focus the exam point of view. Similarly, suppose we ask about, this is about the summary, and this is all about the mesosomes we asked, and this is about the Dalton's law. So when we ask what is the function of Dalton's law XYZ, and everything comes here in this particular AI if we are using an AI. So here what happens, extensive studies, and we don't have time to go through it at the exam point of view. So this application will help a lot. So listen, so much of everything extensively it is giving. It is giving extensively. No, that is a very good one, but it will consume time and it will not focused. You know, and it is of no use, because NCERT book, as it prefer, will go through for NCERT books. So this is the great benefit of use. So this is why we prefer this tool, will help a lot. Similarly, you have every chapter. For example, suppose anybody wants phase for that is class 12 And solution, what is, for example, if I'll ask what is solution, and let us what is solution, and this give this what is given in the NCERT will give directly. Suppose you want to generate 5 questions on this particular solutions, and suddenly this particular tutor will generate questions from practice from this particular word, from this particular word solution will generate 5 different types of questions. Listen. So what is solution? If 70% water, 30% sugar, so and so, what is solution? Get, and you get the explanation suddenly without wasting any time or without consuming any time. So this is how this application will help a lot during exam point of view, by saving lot of times, and particular word, particular statement, a particular sentence, you'll get practice questions, and you'll get deep thorough in all and every subject and chapters. For example, having biology, we have all the chapters arranged. Any chapter you choose and go for it. Physics, also you have all the chapters choose. So any chapter you choose and go for it. So this is how it helps a lot, and it prevent consuming maximum times, and I hope it will help my students a lot. So just use it and get benefit from this particular applications. Thank you.